Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. If you are new here, let me introduce myself. My name is Jules. My pronouns are he, him. I'm a commercial food photographer and stylist and soon to be published cookbook author. And every single Saturday we sit and we chat and we either plan our weeks or our months, or you journal or do art, or you have me playing in the background while you do other things, whatever you may do. If you are watching, if you're watching live, I know a lot of you watch this on replay, which is amazing. But if you are watching live, come say hi in chat and let me know what you are working on this week. This week I am setting up the upcoming week of January in my Jibun Techo biz. It is my birthday week. So that's interesting, I suppose. I have to remember not to age myself. If you were watching last week, you know that I have been calling. So I'm turning 47 on Monday, and I've been calling myself 47 since August, September, and so I'm really worried. And there was some point in the fall that I realized, no, I'm actually 46, and I'm not turning 48 this year. So I have to remember that come Monday that I'm not actually 48 and that I am still 47. Um, so yeah, this is last week was my first week back to work after my 2 week quarterly holiday. And it has been, excuse my arm, it has been taking me a minute to get back into the swing of things. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see how setting up this week goes. 'Cause I haven't set up my week in a while. Even last week, I've been in a bit of a daze because I'm not quite sure burnt out is the right word for it, but I do have a bit of um, low energy in the mental capacities. Like I feel energized, like I want to do things, but my capacity is not matching what's in my brain. Oh, hello, Alex. Thank you for the early happy birthday. So, um, B010, I need to mark off that Monday I have no clients. Because if I don't do that now, or that I'm off from work, because I also got the 4-day work week, which so far was amazing. I mean, it's only been 1 week so far. And it was also technically a holiday on Monday because the stat fell on Sunday. So it might take a while. But oh shoot. I need to pick that up before when the dogs finds it. Um pen or a felt marker dropped, whatever you want to call them. Um so oh, dog hair all over it. Wow. So we'll see how it goes. I kind of lost a day on Thursday. I don't know how many of you are familiar with the thing that is very prevalent among those of us who are autistic or with ADHD brains, and that is called waiting mode. And on Thursday, I got absolutely nothing done because I was in waiting mode. And what waiting mode means is I had 2 deliveries that I was expecting, and I couldn't do anything until those 2 deliveries. Oh, sorry for my head. Until those 2 deliveries arrived, and they arrived pretty late in the day. So aside from a couple of emails, I got nothing done on Thursday because of waiting mode. And I'm going to say you need a cup to house the ones you're using. So I do have like it's I wish I could pull it off the back of my desk so you could see it. One day maybe I will like take a picture and throw it up on the screen because I have like they're in holders on the back of my desk. And I guess you mean a cup down here as well. but then it would be transferring it from one cup to another container that keeps track of them when I'm not using them. Um, and I'm not quite sure that's going to solve, well, it will solve the issue of them falling off. Well, no, because I need to take them out so I can find the numbers. I don't know. We'll try something else, or a cup. And something, I need something that I can, because my desktop is so small. It's not much bigger, because I have, like, back here, like, there's a whole other section of my desk, but it keeps, like, all of my supplies. And then what you see here is basically my whole entire working surface. Which, I mean, there's like an extra 15 centimeters, 6 inches out of frame, but not much is out of frame. And I'm saying, yes, they were thinking of something so they don't roll off. Yeah. I think I just need, well, if I have a bigger desk, if I get a bigger desk, and we've been thinking about this for me for some time, then it's, where do I put it in the living room? Because there's really, like, this, my current desk is in a nice little nook facing the window, and the dog kennels are right beside it, and then the wall is to what, it's, I don't know, it's like the perfect little space in the living room to tuck away my work area so that it's here and it's not intrusive, because it wasn't last year, it was like the year before that my partner we swapped places. He started using my office upstairs, and I started working in the living room because it's easier on both of our mental health for it to be that way for a bunch of different reasons. Um, so yeah, it's to 8. Sorry, I'm taking a minute figuring out where I have to block off the colors next, and I don't know if I want to color this all in blue or just keep it outlined for what used to be my work day and is now a day off, and this goes all the way till 1800. So let me do that. So let's talk about our week that was. An exciting thing happened on Wednesday. Took me a minute to remember, and I was not expecting it at all. My PR person did not warn me that it may be happening, and maybe they didn't even know. But my book was like really shortlisted. So there's like dozens upon dozens of cookbooks that are published every single season. And out of all the Canadian cookbooks that are coming out in the spring, my cookbook made it on a list of 6 interesting cookbooks coming out in spring 2023 from Eat North, which is a well-read Canadian foodie website. And so my brain screamed about that for quite a while, to see my book from a small publisher. Small publishers in Canada are different than America, in a lot of different ways. But still, it's like my book with books from like Penguin Random House, and it was just very, very surprising and very nice to see my book there amongst all the other books that could have picked for that list, and only a list of 6. So that was a moment that I had, and I'm still not quite over it. So yeah, that's exciting. Personal time V080. Nope, that's not it. And then I've been trying to order for my, oh, now like saying yay with the, like, popper confetti. Thank you. And then Oh, my dogs are getting restless. Archer, can you chill out, please? Just lie down, buddy. Don't don't be mischievous. Yeah, make your nest. That's a good job. Um, so for weeks, I've been wanting to order Punjabi food from my favorite Punjabi place. I'm pretty sure I've talked about it multiple times before. And they weren't closed, or I mean, they weren't open over the 2-week winter holiday when a lot of places shut down. A lot of small businesses when kids are off from school for the winter break, that's also when businesses tend to take their time off. Archer, can you settle, please? Um, and then they didn't come back after the new year. And then finally, yesterday, they updated their website to say that because of inflation and the rising cost of food and the rising cost of gas, that they are closing their doors. Because, yes, they could increase their prices, but then it goes against their philosophy of large portions for low prices, which is very much Punjabi, um, especially Sikh, which is Sikh, but it's actually pronounced Sikh, um, an ethos of feeding the community. And so, yeah, they have closed their doors. And I'm very, very, very sad about that because it is the only place in town, and which is really surprising because we have a large Punjabi population here. There's a couple Indian restaurants that are complete, like the curry gravy is out of a jar, and you know it's out of a jar. Um, so yeah, it is. Oh no. So I don't know how. Like I can cook Punjabi food. Like there's no tomorrow. But it's always different, and you know this. It's always different when some auntie is pouring all their love into the food, whatever food is your like soul food. It's always better when there's some auntie cooking it and pouring their love into it. So, yeah, I'm very much going to miss that. And the not only them cooking it because it was so good, it reminded me of the very much the food that I grew up with in the Punjabi home that I lived in for a year or so. Um, but yeah, there's just like nothing else for it, and it's just not the same when you have to cook it for yourself. Nothing's the same when you have to cook it for yourself. Doesn't mean it's bad. It's just not the same. So, and my partner is like, if you have ever, I'm going to be sure to remind you that if you think that you're going to order Indian food from the knockoff places, I'm going to quickly remind you that it is crap and it's for more money and not to do it because you will be very disappointed. Because I've tried other places when they've been closed for like various reasons, needing holiday, whatever. And it's just, no thank you. So I don't know what I'm going to do. Yes, it is always better from from another restaurant. I'm doing this a bit backwards this time just because I just had the pen. I need to put this away, and this away, and this away, because I don't need these. For real, I just had it because I was journaling something. Jules, what did you do? Why do you keep losing things? Seriously. It's not... Ah, I put it back here. I put it in a place that I never put it. There's like a pen holder, like that lays flat. Okay, so Monday is cow up deadline. Um, my B-Day. It's also Dog Day. Liz, birthday, and Jamie, birthday. I have grocery delivery happening on Monday. Delivery. Oh, I have a deadline on Friday. What is my deadline color? Deadlines are B020. Oh, that's an MG. Gosh, they look so similar. Archer is pouting beside me on the floor, and it's very cute. He's been doing that a lot lately. Does Cow-Op do boxes throughout the winter? No. Unfortunately, because we don't have. Okay, let me back up with my thoughts a couple of seconds. Unlike California or Florida or Carolinas or unlike the American like mid to south. Can't really say mid. I'm talking about latitudes because even like the midwestern north or anyways, snow happens. Even though we don't usually get snow, we do get torrential rain all the time, and that's not conducive to crops. And there are some um, there are like greenhouses and stuff that can protect crops, but the things that really only grow in the greenhouses relatively well all year round with the lower temperatures are microgreens and salad mixes and stuff like that, and they tend not to do very well because there is, a lot of our um, growers, like there's an overabundance of that stuff um, amongst our farmers. So, you can get some winter squash boxes for a limited time, but they don't have like the boxes that have a variety of vegetables like the summertime. And I'm saying they change our boxes to things like baked goods, winter fruits, eggs, milks, or household options. Yeah, see, the thing with the Cow-Op boxes is that they're produced by individual growers. So there's only a couple growers that produce the boxes, and it's all their goods. The Cow-Op itself has tried to do things like um, a barbecue box, but it's like a one meal thing, and they haven't really capitalized on creating boxes out of the different producers that sell via the Co-op, which they should. Like that's an absolutely underutilized thing. But again, it's about um, having the capacity to do those things. They're like low staffed, and so basically if a producer isn't creating the boxes, they aren't being sold because of like they're pretty much run on grants and stuff like that. So deadline, yes, deadline, is that the word deadline? It doesn't sound right, but I'm pretty sure it is. um Stuff for Tom. That will let me remember what it is. Um, so grocery delivery, Co-op delivery, milk delivery. don't have cow up coming this week. In the winter too, I deadlines, yes. In the winter, this winter I have switched to only every other week because it's basically just eggs and the occasional baked goods that I get in the winter because there's no fresh produce. And it's just better for the environment and everything if I do a bigger shop from the cow up every 2 weeks instead of one every week and like having them waste gas coming to my house for like 30 to drop off 30 eggs or whatever. Milk deadline is now moved to Saturdays. I have some other deliveries happening this week, but it's not exactly sure when that's going to happen because um, Amazon has been very inconsistent with when they're like, it's going to be delivered on this date. And then it's usually coming early recently. So I can't be like, oh, let's put this in the schedule. Put this up here as well. And then outline it. I'm gonna outline it with the other one later. So my priority for the week, I have a lot of writing I have to catch up on. So, writing. Hopefully I can get it done because I wanted to get writing done this past week. And I had so much admin work to do. Like it's always, and I need to remember when I come back from holidays, that first week back from holidays is basically an admin week. And to think I can do anything else except for admin in that first week back is fooling myself. And now I'm saying I just got an empty Amazon package, sealed envelope, and everything. Wow. My most recent nightmare Amazon seed scenario story is I was supposed to get a package delivered on the 23rd of December. And then there was a natural disaster in the form of a freak snowfall. And that was all fine and dandy. They had to deliver it. It was like a week after, so the 30th. It still wasn't delivered. And so I went to be like, I need you to reship them. I don't want a refund. I want my package. And during the call, they're like, no, we're going to refund you everything. I'm like, no, I don't want a refund. And they're like, we understand your, we understand what you're saying. You're you're an important client to us. Blah 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 blah. So we're going to issue a refund. And and a Canadian is frustrated when they say, no, obviously you don't understand what I'm saying because I don't want a refund. And then as this is happening, I get a delivery notification from UPS saying the package that I've been waiting for is going to be delivered rushed to my house the next day. So maybe it was the 29th. No, yeah, no, maybe it was the 29th because whatever the weekend before, like the last working day before the New Year holiday is when it was supposed to be delivered. And I said, cancel like this whole entire thing. Just stop. I pretend I didn't contact you. End the chat. I'm good. I just got notification that the package is being delivered tomorrow. It's all good. And I exited the chat. And then they reinitiated the chat. And they kept going on about how they're going to issue me a refund. And I'm like, I don't want a refund. I want my package that is set to arrive tomorrow. Forget I said anything. Cancel, stop. And this went on like for 5 rounds. And then finally I said, fine, I will take the refund, but I want my package that's arriving tomorrow. And they're like, we understand. You can have the refund, and if your package arrives tomorrow, then you can keep it. Don't worry about returning it. I'm like, fine, whatever. Just whatever it takes to end this nightmare customer service chat because you're not reading what I'm saying and you're pasting in stock responses. And I'm just not a fan of that. And so the next day arrives and I still don't have my refund and I still don't have my package. And then another full week goes by and I had to follow up with customer service again and like, but you're getting your refund. I'm like, but no, I'm not. And like I know the package is sitting in some delivery warehouse ready to be at my house tomorrow. Just give me my package. I don't want the money. So finally Thursday, my package arrived after 2 weeks. Whatever, 23rd to yesterday. So you do the math. I can do the math. I can do the math here. So yesterday was the 6th. Yeah, so 2 weeks exactly from when it was supposed to arrive. There was that whole nightmare, and their customer service has gotten progressively worse, and I swear they do it. It was a huge mess. I swear they do it just to discourage people from contacting customer service for refunds or for exchanges. Because yeah, it's a no. It's like nope, I never want to do that again. Thank you very much. Mm, yeah, let's do some keep it this color since my priority is gonna be writing. So, and one of the things that was in my package because I wanted to one of the recipes from 365 for dishes I wanted to recook over the holidays and to recook it to make it easier on me to core the 12 pears that are involved in making it. I bought a melon baller that has like the jagged edges because melon ballers are perfect ways to core ripe pears. And so that didn't happen over the holiday because I didn't get my melon baller and there was none in stock here in like couldn't find anyone anywhere in the store. So don't know what was going on there. Block off my personal time again. What color is that? Personal time V080. I need to. Nope, that's not it. That's not it. Why is it? Why do I like move them? There we go. Okay, this is a little bit out of place. Oh, why am I doing it on Monday? Don't be a ding dong. And I'm also very close to recommending Copilot to everyone. And I don't know if it's just I'm lucky and my coach is amazing, or they actually mean what they say when it comes to the screening processes for their coaches. And I didn't just luck out. And all of their coaches are pretty great like mine. And I don't even like it's like the little things that okay, this is live so down here. Little things that the coach has been doing. Here, let me pull up a specific example that I do. So I was telling them about how so they like censored themselves and because they were like really excited about something that I was able to accomplish in one of my training. Um, trainings days, and I'm like, you can swear. Like, swearing in Canada is a national pastime to the same degree as hockey, and so much so that swearing, like if the newscaster is interviewing somebody, swears are not censored from the news, because we don't censor people that way. Unless it's like slurs. Slurs are different, but just a good old harmless swear, you can hear swears pretty much any time during the day um, on the news. So you might, and that's just the way it is. And they're like, wow, I never knew that about Canada. I'm like, yeah, it's just, and I think that's like one of the biggest culture shocks when Americans move to Canada. Not necessarily the fact that we really like to swear, and like there's like not suitable for work language is really not a thing in Canada, but you will hear swearing on the news any time of the day. And so anyways, I was asking them about why they have me WTF on the news. Yes. But that's like the whole, because Americans, like everything is so censored on television, even on cable television where things don't have to be censored. There's still stuff like there's no reason why CNN has to censor anything because they're not broadcast news, but they still do, as an example. And that just doesn't happen here on our news. Like, so I asked them why. Wait, maybe is it this one or is it a different one? So I had asked them. Oh yeah, they said funk yes. um, we would never gas the children. Yeah, that's exactly because they had the old think of the children thing. And I don't mean to mock it. It's just it's one of those slight cultural differences that are actually like really surprising. Um, so yeah, they I was asking them um about why they're having me because they're having me do lots of reps, more than usual, 3 sets. And I had asked them if it was for endurance or for other purposes. And so the response was endurance for sure. You're one of my most capable clients. So I'm trying to figure out a level of volume that gets you to your level of staying sane, knowing how non-activity affects you. Does that make sense? And I'm like, yep, I laughed at most capable because, man, if only you could see me perform my performance in the before times. Because I used to dance 20 hours a week. And going from that to um, what disability has done now is I still am mourning the old me when I shouldn't because that's my internalized ableism speaking because I still am able like I do a lot and it's not in spite of my body like my body is still like raring to go in some ways and I let them know that I shouldn't beat myself up um, or compare myself to how I used to perform. Um, and then they responded as ha ha ha, truth though, like truth that I am very capable. And so I responded with, it is those days periods that I'll need your encouragement the most, or like to kick me in the ass for being too hard on myself. Like, and the response was, I'm here for it. Like it was an exclamation point, and just the fact that just that conversation alone was very, very reassuring. That yes, you're allowed to have bad days, and if you beat yourself up for having a bad day, I'm going to give you a stern talking to um, and instead of like, ooh, you need to push through that and you need to rise above it and hurt yourself, right? As other trainers do. And Nomics is asking, do they do videos of exercises or just give you a workout sheet? So they give you here. I'll show you. Let me open up the app. Um, mm, mm, Health Copilot. We'll go in for today. So when you're working through it, so one of the things I have to do is a dumbbell sumo lift. So yeah, they give you demonstration videos and they show you what muscles you're working so you know which muscles should be engaging while you're doing the exercise. So, and then there's voice prompts as well to say, okay, time to move on. And the voice is kind of it's kind of programmed to sound like your trainer, which is really neat. Like it's an artificial voice, but your trainer, I guess, like records a few lines, and then their artificial intelligence, the machine learning voice learns how to mimic their voice. So, and they use whatever you have on hand. So like even though like I have a full gym with my Vitruvian, let me go to, so I have workouts, and then there's like these extra workouts for if I'm feeling spicy and want to do some body weight stuff. So if that's all you can do is body weight, then they have like the body weight exercises as well. And it's the same thing. So there's like demonstration, um, and it just goes through, it lets you know how many reps to do, and you report back at the end of every report, and you score if the workout was too hard for you, if it was just right, if there's any feedback you have. Like last night, there was too many bird dogs, and so I'm like, that was, I mean, by the last set, my shoulders were screaming and not in a good way. So can we dial those back from these reps to this rep? And my trainer was like, yes, for sure, awesome. Um, let's do this, because they're all about what feels good for you and doing stuff that you actually enjoy. Like they are like me, and they firmly believe in joyful movement. So if you don't like something, they try and find something that you actually like to do that will get you moving, and even if it's only 10 minutes a day. It's all about, like, if you can work up to more than 10 minutes a day, great. If not, then no worries. I think I'm still gonna do this like this. It's all it's all about creating habits. And with me, I don't have to create habits because I already have a habit. For me, it's finding exercises that I enjoy doing that keep my brain and my body guessing, because that's really important to me. I get bored too easily and then I get hurt. And to include exercises that work my whole entire body, but do not um, trigger things like movements that do not trigger my spinal cord tumor to all of a sudden stop my right leg from moving and then crashing, because that's not good. And movements that don't hurt my feet. So we've had to adapt a lot of movements that are usually done standing up to me sitting down to do them, but still working the muscle groups. So they're very, very, at least my trainer has been very amazing about working within my limitations, and to find exercises that do what I want, but do not hurt me in the process. Anonymous says, how do you feel about chat GPT controversy? Yes, I have heard of it. And so machine learning, first of all, is what we need to call these things, because they're not artificially intelligent. They're not doing their own thinking. They are taking a bunch of inputs and plagiarizing other people's content to spit out content that sounds somewhat human, but isn't, and is based off of, it's plagiarism. And I do not use it. I will not use it, because I do not need to I do not need to feed a beast that will eventually, that is trying to put me out of business. And there's already people who are publishing like children's books using ChatRPG, and all the different machine learning um, art generators, and there's no soul to them. I mean, they spit out a lot of stuff that is not actually factually sound, which is not necessarily a problem if you're using it for fun. but it is very highly problematic. And yeah, I do not need to feed a beast that is trying to put me out of business, because I make my money from writing and from making images. So, um, no, thank you. Um, and it would be really awesome if other people also didn't feed the beast. Just because, um, yeah, art is people's soul, and you cannot replicate that in machine learning. Anomic's saying a student came out with software to figure out if essays were written by it, and other students called him a narc. Yeah, I saw that, and that's also bull pucky, as Colonel Potter would say. No, that it's just a no. And it's really hard explaining to people um, the damage, and how, like, there's a lot of people who are now trying to say, well, but art is like only the elite can do art. No, the amazing thing about art is anybody can pick up a paintbrush today and be like, I'm going to learn how to paint. There's no gatekeeping to art. Anyone can do it. The only thing that limits you is your ability. I mean, not your ability. Wrong, because your ability grows with time. The only thing that limits you is you just picking up the paintbrush and saying, I'm gonna paint today. Congratulations, you made an art. It may not be like gonna sell $1 million tomorrow, but you made it. Admin time BG020. Nope, that's not it. So people are people are just whatever. People were, as I told my partner the other day, people were a mistake. Don't say that too loud. And I mean, there's lots of lovely, fine people. But overall, whatever force in the universe decided to make people, it, it was a mistake. I have to put Austin's birthday here. I forgot about that. Austin's B-Day. And that is also dog food making day. Of course, the 2 days that are, and Sunday's dog food making day. I'm not saying, I do think if an English teacher is giving assignments that can be produced by the bots, then they need to think of new assignments. See, really, the whole point of English assignments is to make sure the student understands the concepts that they're being taught. And you cannot, if a student is using one of those bots to generate a paper that, say, includes 3 similes and 2 metaphors and this type of pattern, then they're not proving to anyone that they have understood the concepts that they were taught. So they're cheating themselves. They're not only they're not only hurting working writers in the process, but they're also cheating themselves out of making sure that they understand the concepts that their teacher has taught them. It's not about writing great prose, those assignments. It's about making sure you understand um, the concepts being taught. This is so light and beautiful, and I love it. Get more creative in the coursework. Yes, I mean, I already read that. Sorry. And sure, they can get more creative, but yeah, until you get into university for like English and like literature and creative writing, it's not really about the quality of your work so much as it is about making sure you understand the concepts and how to use them. And that's why when you look back on your English writing from like high school or whatever, it's always like, unless you're like somebody who's been like really like started really early, honing their craft. I mean, a lot of people, yeah, it's just like spelling tests. They aren't there to they're there to make sure you know how to spell and nothing more. So, which may be a problem with the education system, but that's basically, and book reports is to make sure that you've read the content and understand the concepts of the artist. Continuing ed right here, and prep. Oh, my stupid head. No, I'm mixing. Although I wonder if mathematicians had the same convos when calculators were introduced. No, they did not, because math, except for if you're like doing something that is like physics based, like the theory of relativity, math is very much rote and repetition. So you're not taking away, I mean, applying, and you can't use a calculator unless you understand the concept, like you understand what needs to be calculated. So calculators are completely different, where with things like art, you need to understand the concept before you can apply it. And you get better every time you apply that concept and create a work of art, you get better. Where in math, once you understand the formula and when it should be applied, like once you understand how addition works and when you need to add things, there's no, that's it. There's no getting better at that craft. And there's no point having to memorize 9 times 9 is 81 as an example, right? There's no, it doesn't make you a better mathematician having the answers to those equations memorized. Where it does make you a better artist applying um, different artistic concepts. So I think it's different that way. I have a new workout schedule that I need to remember. It's in my phone. Hold on. It's another great thing about. Oh, I have the 18 songs stuck in my head. That used to be a thing all the time. And I'm like saying, I can see that. Today, I need to go to my calendar. So, Monday. Okay, what is my personal color? My workout schedule has changed again, which really makes, oh, hold on. I gotta remember, no, I have those off. Okay. Personal V080. Right here, yes. Okay, Monday is cardio if I'm feeling up to it, because I'm working or exercising 3 days in a row this week, which is a lot. And I need to just do this line. Actually, hold on, because this is going to be difficult to differentiate. Mm, 52. Where are you, 52? That's 52. Any B-Day plans? No. I like to, I'm just going to take it easy. I might order something in, just because any excuse to do that is fine by me. I have to go into even though it's a work day, somebody dropped off a package for me on Friday, and I have no idea what it is. Nobody emailed me or told me and it's always, I don't like surprises. And there has been a lot of habits of people just dropping off packages at my office for me without telling me what they are. And they're always good things, but it's like, give me a heads up so I'm not playing worst case scenario, the game in my head, like really worst case scenario. Like I can't even say the word during the live stream because it will cause it to be delisted afterwards. I'm not even sure I could spell it out. So, um, yeah. So that's I have to do that, and then but other than that, I mean, I might do my Just Dance early. I have my cardio scheduled for 6, and just because Just Dance 23, I just got it, and it's fun. Um, I have to put cardio there so I know what I'm doing here. Mm. Um, I might do that. I might play a video game, like I don't know what game though, but I might play either a Steam game or a Nintendo game. Just like not think about anything. I'm not saying, oh sorry, that may be from me, but they said it wouldn't be there until after the 20th. Oh. Oh, well, that is a nice surprise. I just checked and it seemed that separated the packages I sent, so you may get one or two more. Oh my goodness. Anomic. Okay, thanks for the heads up. You don't need to tell me what it is. That's all I need is a heads up. That is very I'm getting a little kerflumped. Thank you. I don't care what it is. I mean, because it's probably something really great coming from you. That's very nice of you. Thank you. Okay, yeah, that's nice and sweet. This is another workout day. Uh, People are awesome. I mean, people were a mistake, but people are awesome. So thank you. Okay, I'm definitely going into my office on Monday and seeing what the package is. And Friday is weights. And Sunday is weights. It was a B-Day surprise. Well, that's cool. I mean, so here's the thing about surprise. I mean, it's really not anything, like, I'm not mad. Because let's get that clear. But it is an autistic thing, and yeah, it's very much an autistic thing where a lot of autistics um, need to have some type of preparedness for surprises. Um, and a lot of it revolves, also, there's like a little bit of a trauma thing in there as well. But I mean, our lives are so regimented to help us stay regulated and we just feel better. Um, that surprises kind of throw off our regulation, and um, yeah, so it's a me thing, absolutely a me thing. That I don't that not everybody is aware of when it comes to autistic people. And it could be the best thing in the world. Like, I'm taking you to your favorite place. And I would be like, but that's not what's in my schedule. I'm not prepared for that. What I have to spend days thinking about how I'm going to interact with that space. I'm not ready. Like, you can't spring something good on me. It's a funny quirk. So, anyways, thank you. Thank you in advance for whatever it is. That is very, very sweet. Oh, I put anyways, that's fine. That was too much time for cardio. Cardio. Cardio, that's my, I also had to work out. I'm not like saying they understand. Thank you. Because I don't want to seem like I'm being a swear word. I don't want to say it because I know you have kids around. If you didn't have kids around, then I would just speak my mind. Okay, writing. What color is that? Because I have to put in. I've missed Job's journal for a few weeks now. I want to get that in as well. So writing, CG. There we go. That starts at 5. Goes to 7. I'm saying you're welcome. I didn't know they would separate the items. They don't always do that. So there's been posts between the US and Canada in either direction has been has had some interesting delays, and to kind of get over some of those delays, they have been separating packages. And kind of like streamlining things based on size to at least get some things in a reasonable time between the countries, and then the backlogs are just about to get worse because of the panini. They just had to reopen the emergency medical centers in BC, and they still haven't brought back masking mandates, and I am so angry about that. So angry about that. Like, just tell us to mask up, please. Because people won't mind. Because, I mean, we're beyond FUBAR if they're having to reopen the emergency medical centers because of all the people who are being hospitalized for respiratory viruses. Archer, lie down, please. Job's journal. Social media creation. JG 010. I think it's this one. Yes, and that this whole color. I just love this color so much. I mean, it's very subtle, which I love, but it's just a good color. How much time do we have? Good, we've got plenty of time. I say that. I want to do some outlining. Oh, wait. Body check-ins. Oh, Archer. How many nests are you going to make today? 108. I think it's this one. Yes. Oh. And thing that I don't know if you remember, I said I was going to start this year, was using the bottom part of my days. A definite keeper of the color, yes. It was like a little 1 or 2 sentences about my day. And so far, that's working out. There's a couple days that I had to, like, I forgot to do it, and then I went back the next day and filled it in. So I haven't had time to really decorate anything yet. So I'm making a decision about what stickers I use because I'm really, like, I've been holding off using all of my Shein stickers until I finish using my sticky club stickers, which seems a little bit ridiculous. So deadlines 90. So I think I'm just gonna jump in to using my sheet and stickers and maybe put my or maybe like pull a binder's worth of sticky club ones that I really like using that I know I will continue to use. As an example would be the stickers of dogs that I like to use for dog food making days. Just to, that works. Oh, does it bleed through though? No. Oh, this is so good. Okay. Days off from clients. Oh, I forgot I lost that. So let's do personal time 52. I don't like 52. It just adds a little bit of too much. And I mean, this is a little bit too much. And I just don't know about it. I mean, it works as a complementary color. And even though it would just be for the outlines of things, I'm just not sure about it. I think I have to live with it for a bit longer and I don't have to do, like before I would, for at least for this section, I was outlining like the whole box of the day. And I think maybe for when it's like one long strip, if I do it like I do it for my breakfast and my breaks, it might be okay. I don't know. I am undecided. I'm just gonna play with it on this one side. I want to put some stickers down, especially for my birthday. I want to decorate. I have a cute lad that I want to use. I'm going to leave that like that for now. And now I'm saying time to find another one if you don't like it. I think I want to play with it at least till the end of January, because sometimes, because it is a change, right? And so it may just be that my brain is like, it's different. Go back to your old system. This is too different. It's wild. When it's not wild, it's very subtle, but it is a change. And so my brain is like having a little bit of a moment. 23. And I think I need to give it some time to really see it and get used to using. I think part of the problem also is that these are different, like I'm still not used to the thickness, the heft of these pens, so I'm having problems. Oh shoot! Like keeping a straight line with them because they're so skinny. Like even though the Tombos aren't like these beefy things, there is enough difference between the Ohuhu and the Tombos that gripping the Ohuhu is still something that I'm getting used to. And Nabik is saying it may grow on you, but just doing the outline looks good to me. Yeah, and that's all. Like these are only just for the outline, so we'll see how it is as time writing. Like, this is going to be a test. I keep opening it to the wrong writing. 18. Oh yeah, these are all great. 22. 2019. Jules, is this it? Yes. My dogs. Oh, Archer. I started telling the story. Then I got sidetracked. He's been so upset with me. Because the workouts, like sessions that Austin has been giving me are about 15 minutes longer than what I was doing beforehand. And by the time I finish filling out and letting Austin know, like after you're done a workout, there's like a place for you to leave comments, and I've been leaving comments about what weights I've been using and just a few other things. And so by the time I finish all of that and have my shower, cuddle time with the dogs is happening much later, and Archer has not been a fan of that. And so he's been very, by the time I do, like yesterday, he tried to push my computer off my lap while I was working so he could get some cuddle time in. And when I would not let him push my computer off of my lap while I was working on the couch, he tried to push me out of my spot on the couch and be like, "You get out of here and let's go." So he has moved to 3 different spots since the beginning of the stream, trying to get my attention, and every time he harumps down, pouts, and stares at me like, the hound dog with the sorrowful eyes. I can't remember which cartoon, but there's a cartoon where the hound is just like so sad looking. That's what Archer has been doing to me. And it's quite the guilt trip, and it's all I can do to just not give in and be like, "I'm sorry, puppy. I'm sorry for neglecting you. I will cuddle with you for the rest of your days." But I can't do that. Oh my god. And then, speaking of, so we have a pet gate that is one that you have to climb, but you have to step over the pet gate, separating like the space that the dining room, living room from the hallway. And it goes to the kitchen and the rest of the house. And yeah, no, I'm saying, how dare you not give me attention? Yeah, that's exactly what he's been doing. And so Hero, she has a really bad habit of sleeping on the other side of the gate where you would step over to, like right up against the gate. And in a place where if you're not paying attention, you will step on her when you go over the gate. And guess who was not paying attention this morning as I was getting ready for my stream? And, and guess, and I don't think Hero is ever going to talk to me again. It will be a warm day or a cool day in hell, a warm day in the North Pole, I guess, which could happen because climate change. But yeah, she hissed, she screamed, she ran away, and when I walked into the bedroom to try and make up with her, she's like, "Don't you dare touch me." Don't you dare. And she is a dilute calico and no, dilute tortoise. And so tortoises have attitudes. It's like scientifically proven. They are peculiar cats. Dilute torties, for some reason, have tortitude to an even more degree. And so I am going to be dealing with Tortitude Cat for I don't know how long. I don't know how long it will be before she allows me to touch her again. Pet abuse hotline. Yes, yes. And no, you can't even bribe her with treats. TV me. I forgot to do that whole thing. Cannot bribe her with treats. She is just going to hate me for I don't know how long, but it's going to take quite a bit um, to get her trust back and to prove to her that I am not a monster. I seriously love how diluted these markers are, and that they're just like they're barely there. They're perfect for me. I mean, they're not everybody's cup of tea, but they are perfect for me. There's a couple things. Let's get all the way through here. And then other color. I don't even know what we're watching now because I have to pay attention. Because now that we have resubscribed to cable, and it's not having to wait till the next day for things to drop on streaming services for us to watch some shows. So our schedule is completely different, and even though it's been like a month, I still haven't gotten accustomed to what we're watching on what days. It's a process. So yeah, let me. Nope, it's not in that one. Well, why I have this? I think is this gonna fit? Oh, that's too big. How is it with commercials back to regular cable? So we just fast forward through them because we don't watch anything live except for the news. And if I really wanted to not watch the cable or commercials during the news, then I could stream it via CBC's Gem app. And because I pay for CBC Gem on top of they would anything that is live, they like have music playing and no adverts. So I mean, there's ways for me to get around it. I guess that works. Um, so and then otherwise we just fast forward through them. Though commercials have gotten a lot better in the last 2 years, year and a half since we cut the cord. Like so much better. Like they're entertaining, and we find ourselves watching them for like a minute before we realize, oh, we can fast forward through this. Um, so let's just fast forward through this. But yeah, some of them are just really good and entertaining. Um, and then there's also the option, like if we're not watching it the night of, if we do wait the next day, then we can watch it via VOD. And if we watch it via VOD the next day, because we can't get it to the night of, then there's only like one advert in between them. So it's not that bad. He's a nerd, but he's blocking cardio. See, I have all these really cute stickers that I want to use. But they're blocking. I need a dude that isn't blocking my cardio. Oh, that works. I think that works. I don't care that it's going outside the spaces. I don't want it to block the writing. I think that's a pretty good one to use. And we've never, like, even before we cut the cord, we rarely watched live TV except for CBC News Network. And then, so it's always been record them and then watch them later on in the night. That's cute. And I want to do, is this like this in here? Are these, no, those are succulents. And it's kind of, why didn't they do good commercials before? Like, why did it take for everybody to cut their cord? For advertisers to realize, oh, hey, we need to be good at commercials. I'm looking for something. Oh, it's going to take up too much space. That's cute. A little hamster. That's from my old stickers. These aren't from my new ones. Oh, I need something. I'm making all sorts of ridiculous noises. Namek saying the good, the fast forward. I don't think I could take the commercials now. They probably thought they were good. See, American advertising is very different than Canadian advertising. That's another thing to know. And so, like, so many of, I would say half of Canadian commercials, 1/3 to a half of Canadian commercials, depending on the show being, like, where the advertisement is happening, are gay. And by gay, what I mean is they feature, like, gay couples in them. And also, like, gay families, like, same-sex parents, either two dads or two moms with kids. And I've gotten so used to them that it takes me a minute to realize, hey, this commercial's gay. Where my partner, who's American, automatically, every single time, is just blown away by it, because even though he's lived in Canada for since the end of 2013, so 8.5 years now, he's still not used to that, just how gay everything is in Canada. So, and it's like, there are now, and the one that recently really blew me away, and not so much that it's because it features a gay couple in it, it's because it was eHarmony. And eHarmony is like, started off as a Christian, like, American Christian dating site, pretty fundamental. Life is too ironic to full understand. That is ironic. So, yeah, so there's now, and am I saying, yeah, a rainbow ad is still a few and far between here? Yeah. So, and here they're, like, happen all the time. Whatever is worth doing well. No, I don't like that. See, that's like toxic positivity. I'll think of you every step of the way. I mean, I kind of like that one. That one, no, but I want to block that off. I'll put this here. So, yeah, so eHarmony having gay couples in them in the Canadian adverts blew my mind. That one blew my mind, just because it's eHarmony. And I never thought I would see the day. And my partner, they said, when I tweeted about it, they're like, yeah, but the number one religion in America is money. So I'm like, I guess that's true, because, like, I mean, of course we still have queerphobia and anti-queer sentiment in Canada, but You really cannot do well as a company in Canada unless you are making sure that your advertisement is representative of the full Canadian body. And like with a lot of the queer advertisements, not only are they queer, but a lot of the time the um, the couples are racialized, but they're like a mixed racialized couple. So one would be Asian and one would be black, or one would be indigenous and the other one Asian, as an example. So to make it even more representative, and I think that's extra cool because of all the stigma that still happens in certain racialized communities when it comes to queer people. I mean, I saw the other day something unabashedly featuring a black gay person, unabashed, like completely flamboyantly, extremely gay. And I was like, wow, that is amazing because there's like black gay dudes still have a really hard time of it. Um, and still in Canada too, there's still that extra stigma in the black community that white people do not experience and have never experienced, even though there has been toxic masculinity that has kept white gay men back. It is not nearly as extreme as what black gay men face, and not only from outside of their community, but within their community. So to have that was just like, whoa, like that took some that's some bravery there. Not necessarily bravery. No, that's the wrong word. But that is, I mean, it's good. So, so a lot of our commercials are gay, so that makes them easy to easy to watch. Um, um, for new viewers, I'm queer. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Um, so, uh, yeah, it's and single parents and there's very few I would say half of commercials are also feature racialized people. So yeah, it's and they've gotten better about that. Like the representation has become tenfold better in Canadian adverts since we cut the cord like a year and a half ago. And I'm like saying a lot of the cultural stigma comes from pedophilia being mixed with gay black men. Yeah. Like yeah, there's a whole history there of of panic culture and all the things that white supremacy has done to black people, including black men, to demonize them, and like the whole in the line of what happened to Emmett Till. So it's all in that vein of creating panic that black men are coming after your children or your white women. So yeah, Anomic saying it's good to see it getting better. Yeah, I wish I would get better quicker. I'm impatient. And it's yeah, I'm like it's really nice seeing progress for sure, and the amount of progress that has happened in the last year has been like exponentially better. I would like to see more trans people in commercials in Canada. That rarely happens, if ever, except for the odd Dove has done one or two commercials with trans people in them, and so has Always done one or two commercials with trans people in them. Um, and I'm also saying that, yeah, them too when it comes to being impatient. So, yeah, we still have a lot of work to do. Absolutely. Um, White supremacy is, I mean, it's entrenched in our societies, and changing that, I mean, people are terrified, and I hate, it makes me frustrated because, I mean, you're not losing anything. I mean, there's just way too many people who have the attitude that making sure everybody has equity, that it takes away from them somehow, and that consequences is like, ooh, like there's so many people who are facing consequences for the first times in their lives, and oh, but you have to think about it, like all the op-eds that happened over the holidays from like, oh, all these grandparents not being able to see their kids because they're woke children, or they're not able to see their grandchildren because their woke children won't allow me to see them and put aside our differences for the holidays. And like those differences are, you kicked out your queer child for being queer. No, you do not have a right to see your grandchildren when you are going to dead name and misgender your child. I mean, that's not how it works. Boundaries. And yeah, it's consequences, and people are facing consequences for the first time, and they are throwing themselves pity parties. Anamika saying, okay, before we go, you have to wait to open your mail until you get all 3 packages. Okay, if it is from you, then I will wait. And if it happens to happen on like a Friday that I get all 3 packages, then I will do it on the stream. Because even though it will kill me to know what's in them, I think that is fun. And I'm like saying, I agree. Blood doesn't make you family. Yeah, the saying is, the water of the covenant is thicker than the blood of the womb, which means your chosen family is more important than, like, just because you're born from somebody doesn't make you automatically kin. It's the people who choose to like make those hard to take the hard road and to be there no matter what, the ride or dies, right? Like that's where stuff that's where it's at. Because I mean, and you're not nobody is obligated to your time, especially if they have caused you pain. And I mean, it's like, well, you have to forgive them. Well, no, people have to actually like when it comes to repentance in Christianity, let's use that as an example. You actually have to mean and show that you've like attrition is part of repentance. You just don't get to say I'm sorry and then keep repeating the behavior that is not that is harmful. You like part of repenting means to change your behavior. Forgiveness comes when you have proven that you have changed your behavior and that you are making actual steps towards, I mean, the whole Alcoholics Anonymous, NA, and I can't speak anonymous right now. That's what whatever, AA and NA and all those. It's you have to, one of the steps is to actually like change your behavior before you even ask for making amends and saying you're sorry. And then you actually have to prove, like saying sorry, like you actually have to prove to the person that you have changed. And I really like this down here. Okay, so this works for at least this down here. I don't know how it's going to work once I put in other colors, but this definitely works down here. I like that. I like this a lot. This is going to be so nice once I can fill it in. And I add a little bit of deco here and there. Very happy with this change. Still doesn't mean that I'm not going to switch to yellow and green halfway through the year, because I might. I mean, yeah, I have the ability to do that. But this is definitely working for all the way here for these days. So with that, it is time to say goodbye for the week. Time flies. Thank you for everybody who tuned in and lurked. Thank you for everybody who's going to watch this on replay. Anomik is saying good chatting with you as always. See you next time. Yes, same to you, Anomik. And everybody, yeah, stay safe during the week. Take care of yourselves. Mask up. Don't get sick because, yeah, it's not fun. And until next Saturday at 1 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. British time, I hope everyone has a fabulous week. Bye.